This is the third portion or third part of my qualification. Um, During my high school years, I didn't drink all that much. It was mainly on the weekends, and we would we would go to bowling alleys and stuff like that. And I remember not remember getting back home and how I got back home. I already suffered blackouts back then. Then came the smoking pot. I think I mentioned this in the last video. I had I had finished high school. Did a I had some spiritual questions, or maybe religious questions, and I went to the library and picked out a bunch of books that had to do with either Buddha or Shintoism or Christianity, books that you don't really usually read on Jesus, and then came Woodstock. Woodstock, I had bought the tickets for early. I'd gone with my little sister. She was 15 at the time. I was 17. My best friend Wolfgang and his girlfriend, I forgot her name. And we went there a day ahead. Took some of Mother's Little Helpers, my mother's diet pills, to stay up to watch the show all 4 days. That was the plan. And we did pretty well, nodding out once in a while, but always had those Mother's Little Helpers to wake us up again. Didn't drink much there, but did a lot of other stuff. A lot of pipes and marijuana wrapped in newspapers. I mean, whole newspapers going by. Um, it was a high time. I actually stopped. We actually stayed until the end, muddy part, and stinky part, and saw Jimi Hendrix up front because everybody else had left. So we were like right up front on the stage, on the stage. It's pretty cool. And we had gone to eat some of the hog farm's rice and breakfast cereal that was purportedly spiked with peyote and psilocybin and who knows what else. Then I went back home. My mother was really, it was quite an event, I guess. She came home. She was waiting for us to get home. And she said, haven't you heard? It's all over the newspapers. It was the biggest thing in since Kennedy died. And uh, we were pretty proud of that. So that summer was just a summer of getting high, mainly on pot. And then I was planning to go to school in September, Staten Island, Wagner College, Staten Island, and did that. Started, moved in. It was quite a promising time for me. With the backdrop of the Beatles, Long and Winding Road, and things like that. Hey Jude, don't be alone, whatever it was. And I got to college. In college, it was one beer bust after another. And we, in our floor, I think our floor was the druggiest floor of the whole campus. And that's all we did was, and we had a bunch of musicians. So we just smoked pot. I remember smoking pot as soon as I woke up in the morning, and do some pep pills to study. We drink some wine in the afternoon, and the summer before, I had tried LSD over at my friend's house in New Jersey. So I already did it. So we did a lot over there and jammed while we were high on LSD and marijuana and wine. It was a lot of fun. And then one of our roommates was starting to have a bad trip, and so they crowned me the LSD guru, the one who had to bring the bad trips down back to normal. And that's what I did. I did it pretty well. Every single um, situation was brought under control. So basically, that's what my college years was all about. Just plain and simple, every single day, day in, day out. Sometimes we didn't go to sleep. No cocaine though. I remember that. Never did had any cocaine. But wine, LSD, marijuana. That was basically it. Go to the Fillmore East once in a while. Go see the Grateful Dead, or Jefferson Airplane, or Jeff Beck with Rod Stewart. Did all of that. We dropped the acid before we got onto Staten Island Ferry. So while we were on the Staten Island Ferry, it was starting to happen. You start feeling it, and it was very interesting. Watching the floor melt underneath you, and you're on a ferry. So we ended up at the Fillmore East, and you know how those concerts were. They were all-nighters. Well, did that so much that I got tired. I actually my conscience started bothering me. And I said to myself, my parents, they put me in here. They're paying my way in here for me to party, not knowing that that's just normal campus life. But I was different, I guess. And I quit after my first semester. Stupid. Dumb idea. That's what I did. And one of the reasons why I'm going back to school right now. Because I just said, why not finish it? What the hell? What's life all about? Just not doing stuff and letting it not be done? No. If you can pick up where you left off and do it over again, do it. That's what I did. And the next video will be of my leaving the New York scene and going to Denver, Colorado.